What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've been on YouTube, but I just wanted to come back. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little difficult to stay consistent with making videos now that real life is pretty much fully back and I'm back to work, working as a makeup artist, which I'm super grateful for. But yeah, my YouTube life kind of fell to the side. In today's video, I will go over this full glam look that I put on because I'm about to take a dance class that may or may not be filmed. So I'm doing a mixture of techniques, some that'll make your makeup last, some new things I've been trying, some things that I've been trying that haven't been so great, really just chopping it up along the way. So if you want to go down this journey with me, go ahead and keep on watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. So I'm actually taking a dance class after this, so I want my makeup to last. So I'm going in with this Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I've heard like mixed reviews on this, and honestly, I'm not really a primer person in general. I usually just like to stick with a good skin prep, but this seems like it's been gripping onto my makeup pretty good, so we're rolling with it. It has like a very sticky texture, and that's because it's supposed to stick to the makeup and grip on. For foundation, I'm going in with my It Cosmetics CC cream. This is in the shade Neutral Tan. Even though it says neutral, I feel like it has a slight olive complexion, which works really well with my skin tone. It is a little dark, so this works best on me when I have a little bit of like self tanner on my body. And I just like first apply this to my blemishes and then kind of blend out everywhere else. Aside from just being overall like busier, another reason why I've strayed from YouTube is just because my skin has not been great, and that's not really like a good reason to not, you know, make videos, but I just felt self-conscious, and it's hard to sit here and talk to a camera when you don't like your bare naked skin. And I still have a long way to go, but I'm on a regimen that is moving in the right direction, and for the first time in a while I'm like very hopeful and optimistic about my skin. I would share more about my routine, but it's very specific. I've been seeing an esthetician who is also a chemist, and like she literally makes her own products, and if you're in the LA area, it's JD. I almost don't even want to say it because it's like, she's not like Instagrammy, like it's not like, oh, you know, super, it's the people who know, that's all I gotta say. The girls who get it, the girls who don't, you know, they don't know. But she's just that good where she doesn't really like need all this like flashy advertising because the bitch is booked. So anyways, once I apply that with my fingers, I just like pressing it into the skin with a damp beauty blender. For concealer, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Light Sand, which, I don't know, I feel like sand to me implies like a warm, like golden undertone, and this is like a little pink in my opinion, but we're rolling with it. It's so funny to me like how like the nuance in foundation and concealer shades is like makes a world of difference. And like even in my professional makeup kit, I find myself like pulling different foundations and concealers, not necessarily for how they perform, but for the nuance in their color. Like sometimes I have to mix just a little bit, because even though the depth will make sense for someone's complexion, it's like too orange or it's too pink, and yeah, it's just a lot. And I'm putting this on first because I want this to be kind of like tacky and kind of dried down a bit before I blend it. For contour, I'm going in with the Revolution in the shade F14. I got this at CVS, and this stuff is really pigmented. I kind of wish I would have gotten a lighter shade. I was like debating, and I went with a darker one, but whatever is like a couple shades lighter than 14, I would probably be a better match for me. This is really pigmented, and if I'm not super careful, this looks very muddy, but I'm the type of person who, like, if a product doesn't like really like work for me that well, rather than just like throwing it away, I just figure out a way to make it work. So yeah, this is not necessarily ideal, but I'm working with it by just using a tiny bit and making sure to really blend it. Also, not like being too streaky with it. You really want to like lightly pounce this one into the skin, because if I pull down, it's gonna just like mess up my foundation. A little bit down here, especially for nose contour. You want to be super light-handed because this shit is dark. Just gonna remove some excess on the back of my hand. So next up, now I'm just gonna blend out my concealer. And again, I am taking a dance class after this, so I am a little, this is almost like stage makeup level. Well, not stage makeup, but a little more than like every day, or like even going outside in natural light. Like, this would not look that great for a daytime look. So yeah, a little update on that. I'm not really like actively pursuing dance anymore, but I just miss like dancing and being in class and learning choreography and performing, and I'm trying to like build back that relationship with dance in a really fun way. I think the best way to put it is that it's kind of hard to have fun doing something that you used to take seriously. Like, I used to see class as an opportunity to like network and like maybe get featured in a video and get content to post, and then maybe that would lead to booking a job. And now that that's not really like my goal anymore, I'm just there for myself. It's kind of like a weird transition, especially because like everyone else in the room like probably is there for those more like serious reasons. So yeah, it's been weird, like, and like also just taking the pressure off myself that like I don't have to be perfect, because I know I'm not, you know, the dancer I used to be. It would be disrespectful to the people that are training hard if I could just like post up, you know, pull up after not dancing in so long and kill it. So these are the things I tell myself, but yeah, I'm trying to like incorporate dance again back into my life, because I think it's a part of who I am, and I think it helps with my confidence and just so many factors. It's like I've been working out, which is great, but dance is just like another level of that. You know, it's like exercise plus performance plus like it elevates your mood. You're like tapping into a character. It's like so many things. Like, imagine like, it's like if actors were like athletes. I think we all, like as humans, have things that we're passionate about, and that when we do them, we just get lost in them. Like for me, like I genuinely love doing makeup. When I am like working on a client or even doing my own makeup, it's something I can get lost in. And you know, I believe like anybody who could tap into that, it's like kind of like tapping into a superpower. And like with dance and performing, like I feel like that was one of my superpowers, and I haven't tapped into it in a long time, and it used to be a huge part of my life. So I want to tap into that, because I feel like it's just part of me, and I need to access that part because it makes me feel good. And I think everybody should access the parts of them that make them feel good, because I think it's different for everybody, and we all have things we love and that we're rock stars at, and those are your superpowers, and we should all embrace them. Woo! Y'all thought this was a makeup tutorial. Turning into a life coaching. Anyways, I'm taking some of this contour and putting it under my eyes, and like, do you see how dark that is? Like, that's too dark, so I have to blend this out a lot. And maybe even go back in with some concealer, because got a little distracted. I'm flustered. You don't want it to look like you have bags under your eyes, or maybe you do. I don't want it to look like I have bags under my eyes. I just want like to kind of mimic the natural like change of color that happens there, because we don't have like perfectly nude eyelids. So I want it like bright underneath, but then just a little shadow under there. Also, this is going to help kind of like disguise any creasing. So now that I've kind of like, I've brought some of that contour in my eye, contoured my cheekbones, a little bit of my forehead, contoured my nose. I feel like I've kind of like mapped out my face. Now I can start setting with powders, doing eyeshadow, liner. Everything is going to like work in the same direction of this overall base I laid down, but this is just kind of like the blueprint for the rest of the look. Okay, for powder, I'm going in with this Maybelline Fit Me powder. I like to use the shade Light for like my T-zone, and then I have a darker shade that I use for like the outer perimeter of my face. But this stuff is pretty good. Taking it on a damp beauty blender, dusting off some of the excess in my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes first, because that is the first area that usually wants to crease. And like, see how it just has like a smoother sort of airbrush look to it? That's what we're going for. And like the initial laydown isn't really like a bake. It's just like you want to work those fine particles into the skin to create that blurring effect, making it one with your skin. And then to brighten certain areas even more, we could do a layer of bake over that. So I kind of just, once it starts like running out of powder, I just kind of like start working that just like the tiniest bit out to the rest of my face, so we can have a seamless blend with the next powder I'm going to use, which is the same powder, but this is in light medium. And the light medium is still pretty dark. Like it looks lighter on camera, but in person it's like seems kind of like orange. I used to try and put this, like use this under my eyes, and like it would just completely get rid of any dimension because it was like darker than the concealer. See, you can see how this is darker than that. We want to keep the light in the center and the dark on the outside. Reason for using a darker powder to set the perimeter of the face too is because like we just contoured the perimeter of the face. If we were to put that light powder all over it, it would like reduce the effect of the contour we just created and like just look whack, you know? Like that's when you get like the ghost face killer look, when you lose all your dimension and just have like too light, too pale. Once that's worked into the skin, I'm going to go in one last time with my light shade, and now I'm gonna kind of bake. I still haven't done like any eyeshadow yet, so I want this to be able to like catch any fallout. And again, this is like on the full glam side of things. So I don't always do my makeup this dramatic for dance class, but I did take class on Monday from the same choreographer, and she's reteaching the same like routine today, a few days later. And she's filming this class, and now how this works is they'll only be filming like select groups. Like basically if you nail the choreography and the choreographer wants to feature you, they will select you to be filmed. If not, you may not be filmed. And like this is when class gets kind of like because even she even said like treat this as if it was an audition. It's not an audition, but for dancers who are like you know, in the world of auditioning for jobs, this is great practice for an audition. Like, dress, show up, do your hair and makeup how you would if you were trying to book a job, and put yourself in that position and kind of pretend like that's the case, and it's, you're not booking a job, but like you're, you know, maybe gonna be in the video. So I don't know if I'm gonna be in the video. Like I said, I'm out of my tip-top fighting dancer shape, but I still figured I would do my hair and makeup and look cute, because you never know. And also, like, just when you look good, you feel good, and like you're gonna be in a room full of dancers who are like all the way full out, and I didn't want to show up looking like homeless, so I'm just going for it. And this is a triumphant return to YouTube, so I just figured a win-win. Do a nice glam makeup look, film a video. So even if I don't get in the dance video, we have this video. And that's the other thing, is like, do I even want to be in the dance? I mean, if I'm good enough, yeah. If I look like a clown, like, no, I don't need that footage to live on. Okay, so I'm just taking some contour. This is, as you can see, this is very old. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rich Ember. This is another one that's like always been too dark for me that I just keep using until it's run out. Like, I probably need to get new makeup products for myself. That's another thing, is like, when work picks up as a makeup artist, it's hard for me to want to buy makeup for myself, because I'm investing in my kit and my clients, you know. But now that like the mask mandate is lifted in LA, I feel like I'm going to start wearing makeup more often, and probably getting more stuff for myself. Okay, so I've kind of, again, not done any shadow yet, just taken some contour, sort of reinforced what I did with my creams, with some powders. Now we can start thinking about what we're gonna do for the eyes. So I kind of have an idea of what I wanna do. I have not seen Batman yet, but I've seen a lot of like promo and press from like Zoe Kravitz, and I love the way they're doing her eyeliner. Like, what it looks like to me is like a waterline smudged out into a wing, like pretty much no eyeliner on the top. It's just this comes out to that, and I think it looks super bomb, and I like the way it looks with my eye shape as well. So that's what I'm gonna start working on here, but I want to make it kind of dramatic, because this is a little bit of a dramatic moment. So I'm just going in my waterline first. This is the shade Trendsetter by Morphe. It's just like a rich chocolatey brown. And then I'm going to, from the waterline, start pulling the wing up. And connect it kind of just at the outer corner. This is giving Zoe Kravitz. It's also gonna give a little bit Maddie from Euphoria. Like, one thing I noticed about her eyeliner in the show, which made it look so good, is like, rather than going so much up, it more goes out. And I really think the way you do that is to like continue the line from the waterline, like that's, and then just pull it, shoom. And like I said, I kind of want this more in on the dramatic side, so I'm gonna go in with some black shadow, and you could literally spray it with any liquid. I'm using this is like a hydrating mist, like a rose toner, and I sprayed that directly on my black eyeshadow, and I'm taking it on like a flat brush like this. Honestly, this is not even really like an ideal brush. Any type of like flat angular brush will do, but this is what was most accessible to me at the moment. And oh yeah, this is really not the brush I want. Sorry. Let's try that again. Okay. Probably ask me like why I'm not just using like pencil black liner. It's because I'm out. Okay, this is getting there. I'm gonna take some in my like inner corner as well. Sheesh. It's giving Catwoman. So I really want a strong contrast here, so I'm going in with like a pearly white shimmer, and I'm like focusing it on the center of the lid, but this is like pretty much the lid color. And like because we already laid down that contour, like it has like a nice like sort of blended moment to it. And I'm just packing that in. For eyelashes, I'm gonna try out this Babe Lash Voluminizing Mascara and Enriching Mascara. As you can see, these just came in. I'm going in with the Enriching Mascara. So yeah, I ordered Babe Lash, which it's like a serum that's supposed to make your eyelashes grow. And like the girls I've seen use it, like literally have insane lashes. Like they don't usually have to tell me about it. I'm like, oh my god, your lashes are crazy. And then they're like, oh yeah, it's Babe Lash. I'm like, oh yeah, work. I have virtually like no eyelashes. They're very tiny. So I'm excited to start this lash growing journey. I have not begun yet, but I will start tonight. But in the meantime, I'm just putting 2 coats of this mascara. The reason why I'm using their mascara as well is because well, the reason why I even got the Babe Lash in general was because they were having a sale. It was like buy one get one free or something like that, so I just stocked up. Ooh, I like this one. It's like more of like a cone shape. I don't know the purpose of like these mascaras if you're supposed to wear both or one or the other. I'm just rolling with it, layering them up. I am gonna put on false lashes as well, but I just wanted to get a good base coat on there. Right on them that there. Excuse me. For lashes, I'm just going to put on like half of a lash, because I just want that little at the end. These lashes are just like from Amazon. I've already cut them, so I'm just applying some glue, letting it become tacky. And I still like meet a lot of people who are like, oh my god, like how do you put on lashes so easily? It takes me hours. Literally #1 rule, and I swear, like I'm sure you know this, but if you don't, like this will change everything. Just let the glue become tacky. Once you've let it sit for like maybe even longer than you think it needs to sit for, you're like, oh shit, I almost forgot I have eyelashes with wet glue on them. That's when you put them on, and it's like they're magnets, like they just stick on. So I'm gonna give those a minute to vibe out and get ready for me. A lot of times I like to do something else in the meantime, kind of multitask here. So while that glue's becoming tacky, maybe I'll apply a little blush. You know what, I will apply a little blush. This is just my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Rose. I'm just going on my cheeks upward. Cause I love me some blush. Love me some blush. And then why not dust off this bake as well while we're here. Again, we are killing time, but being productive. Pretty in the face, but she's super thick. I cannot get that TikTok out of my head. You know the guy? The girls in back. That one? Okay. I know a fun thing we can do is, I also saw this on TikTok. Take the eyelash glue. Stay with me. I know this sounds loco crazy, but stay with me. Okay. Take your clear eyelash glue. Don't look too much because it's sticky and gross, but you know what it is. You know, it's like the duo one. Quickly, again, we do not have much time to work with this technique, so you want to have everything ready. Have your glue ready, have your spoolie ready, because you can use this in your eyebrows. What? Yeah, take a tiny amount and right away comb it up, and it just instantly sticks and it won't budge. The thing is, you have to act fast because once it gets too dry, it's flaky. So this is the opposite of opposite technique with the eyelashes. With the eyelashes, you work slow, you let the glue become tacky. With the eyebrows, and you still need to comb them, you better move quick, girl, because okay, boom. Oh my god, I dropped it. Oh, panic, sheer panic. Okay, I made it. And those eyebrows ain't going nowhere. Another little hack that's like, you don't maybe need to do this like every day, but if you're about to go sweat or have like a really long night ahead of you, may work. Okay, I think now it's safe to put on my lashes. This is easier to do with tweezers, especially when you have nails, but my tweezers aren't in my direct line of sight, so I'm doing it like this. Pretty in the okay, so those are on, and you just kind of work with them. Another thing I'm going to do to my eyebrows, jumping all around, using the NYX Lift and Snatch in the shade Dark Brown, I just fill in any kind of sparse areas. Okay, now all we really have to do is lips. I'm going in with this Milani lip liner in the shade Spice. Let me just go a little under. So one thing that I've noticed really makes a difference with the lips is taking a flat little brush like this, because I pretty much just apply lip liner to like the perimeters and then using this to blend. Gives a bit of a cleaner look. I'm going to take a touch of Honolulu Honey by NARS and put that in the center. And that's the final look.